Today we're talking all about the Spyderco Swayback. Let's get into it. What's going on, everybody? If you're new here, welcome to Crossing Copper EDC. I'm Carson, and I'm so glad you're here with us today. If you're new here, like the video, subscribe, and comment below what is your favorite knife from Spyderco. Today we're going to be talking all about the Spyderco Swayback, one of my favorite new knives in my collection. I did a little bit of trading last year with a guy on Facebook. Some of y'all may have seen my video on my Tanto PM2. I'll pin it up here somewhere for you to check out. I really tried hard to like that knife, but it just was not my thing. So I posted a few photos of it online just saying, hey, you know, if anybody's willing to trade or would like to buy this, you can. And a guy was willing to trade. He traded me this Swayback here, and I have absolutely fallen in love with it. Just a quick shout out to P&W Bushcraft. They made this drop tray that makes for a great little background. I know some of the colors are not everybody's favorite, but it really gives me like patinaed copper vibes. So I have loved this little drop tray. It just buttons together to keep all your EDC gear. It goes on my bedside table every night, but this is what I was like, you know, let's just put this behind it for a little nice backdrop today. But a little bit about the Spyderco Swayback. This is actually a discontinued model in Spyderco's line. It has full titanium handles. The blade is a awesome Wharncliffe blade in a kind of uncommon steel you don't see often in pocket knives. Let's see if you can see it there. CTS XHP. And this one is produced in Taichung, Taiwan, which more or less the more high-end offerings from Spyderco, the titanium models like the Techno and a few of the other models like that, the Spidey Chef, are produced in Taiwan. As far as the little technical specs, like I said, the blade is CTS XHP with the handles being titanium. It is a frame lock, and it has an overall length of 8.04 inches, with the blade coming in around 3.5 inches, or 3.55. I've got the website from Spyderco pulled off to the side here so I can give you exact specifications. But just a little bit about this knife. It is and has been one of my favorite knives, and so far in 2025 one of the most carried knives I have had. Just something about it, the contour on the titanium is phenomenal. I love this stone-washed or bead blasted finish it has on it. It's very, very comfortable. Fits in the hand very well. I have large to extra large hands, so it's very comfortable with my hands. I can get a full 4-finger grip and be very, very comfortably locked in on the blade. Like I said, the blade is this amazing little Wharncliffe style blade. And it has a very interesting finish on it. Let's see if you can see it here. It's got this stone wash finish, but almost like without the acid wash. I feel like all too often when we see a stone wash done, it always has the acid washed finish. And don't get me wrong, I love that finish on knives. But this is very interesting to see something like a stone wash on a polished blade. It looks very good. Now, one thing to note, this is the sharpest knife I have in my collection. This is a legitimately scary sharp blade. The first time opening it, I stumbled on opening it because it does not flick amazingly. The action's great, but it's not really necessarily designed to be flicked open and closed. You can do it, but it's not super fidgety. But the first time I opened it, I kind of stumbled and hit my thumb on the edge of the blade and didn't feel anything. But next thing I know, I had the complete top layer of skin on my thumb removed. So it is crazy sharp. And from the uses I use it, the CTS XHP steel has held an amazing edge. This has quickly became one of my most carried knives of the year so far. Like I said, I just love the way it feels in hand, as well as this blend of modern and traditional styles, you know, with the Swayback originating from something like an English jackknife. It's very traditional, and you know, some of y'all may have seen there's like the Case, WR Case makes or has made a Swayback traditional knife, so it gets a lot of its styling from that, the sway in the back, but it's basically, I've compared it to playing Mozart on the electric guitar. It's all the amazing things of a traditional brought to the modern world. And I absolutely love this knife. My one thing, and you know, this does not bother me. I'm not the kind of knife guy that I'm like, I have to have a deep carry clip on everything. So the clip is not deep carry. It's really, honestly, one of the only negative things I have to say about this knife is the clip almost seems like a bit of an afterthought. And I definitely have thought about getting one of the Lynch Northwest clips to go on it, especially if I could find one to match the finish on the titanium. I think that would be really cool. But yeah, I'm really kind of sad to see this knife discontinued. I think, in my opinion, this might be one of the most slept on knives Spyderco has ever made. You know, the Paramilitary 2 is great. The Paramilitary 3 is great. One of my favorite Spyderco knives of all time is the Native 5, and I don't think it gets the love it deserves either. But you don't see too many people talking about the Swayback. And I really feel like if more people got this knife in hand, they would enjoy it. So that's really all I wanted to come on here today. Do a little bit of an overview about this new knife in my collection. I've had it since really kind of the beginning of the year, just carrying it, getting to know it well, and say, why don't we bring the Sway back? You can still get these, I believe, and I'll pull it up right now on Blade HQ. I think you can still get them from around $199. Yeah, so on sale right now, Blade HQ, discontinued price, $199. And I would highly recommend, if you're looking to get a more premium feeling Spyderco, amazing fit and finish. The fit and finish on this knife is phenomenal. Lockup is amazing with that RIL integral titanium lock. It does not budge. To me, it's very comfortable ergonomics. I've heard other people say they don't like how it feels in the hand, but I find it very comfortable in your traditional grip, as well as, you know, if you were doing some draw cutting or some pull cuts, because of that swoop to the handle, it just absolutely melts in, and you could really do some nice draw cuts. And I'm very hopeful, and I'm hoping Spyderco will listen. If more people got this knife and really learned about it and learned how great of a knife it is, I'd love to see kind of what they've done with the Techno series. You know, there's now, I believe, a Techno 3 or 4, but I'd love to see a Spyderco Swayback version 2. Maybe make it a little bit smaller, a little more fidgety, and allow maybe for some reverse flickability on the thumb hole opener, or even I've seen people modify them and put a front flip on the end. But I would highly recommend, if you're looking for a more premium option from Spyderco, go check it out. Also, if you have not subscribed, subscribe, like this video, as well as go check out our Facebook group. I'll link it below. And y'all have a blessed day. Remember, EDC is not just what's in your pockets, but it's what's in your hearts and minds as well. So make all of your EDC help you have the best day possible. God bless.